Sparks are flying in Venezuela as President Nicolas Maduro is facing the most direct challenge to his nearly 6 years in power. The United States and a number of other countries have recognized Juan Guaido, currently the head of the country's National Assembly, as Venezuela's legitimate president. After this challenge to Maduro's leadership, both in and outside Venezuela, we thought we'd get the opinions of Fernando, who is a freelance journalist in Caracas. So let's cut straight to the chase, Fernando, with everything that's been happening over the past few days. Troops shooting live rounds at protesters and people taking to the streets in the hundreds of thousands. Do you think Maduro's days are pretty much numbered?
Well, he is still having some control of the army, which gives him some space to deal with. But in the other hand, over 80% of the people in Venezuela want a change in Venezuela, and that means President Maduro go away and be substituted for somebody that will be elected democratically. And in this moment, I think he's in a very weak position, not only because even the low-income communities are protesting about him, for all the economic crisis, but he's holding on in spite of that.
Well, he still has a certain circle of powerful people who are loyal to him, so we're going to have to see how this plays out. But the Trump administration's almost immediate backing of the opposition leader means he's clearly more palatable to Washington than Maduro. What is driving Juan Guaido's popularity in Venezuela?
Actually, more than Guaido himself as a leader, people want to change. And almost anybody will be welcome as an alternative for the change for Maduro. In this case, a young man that so far we really have a clear background, is on that position that is forcing the Maduro government to do different things. In this case, almost anybody, with a clear background will be welcome in order to get Maduro out of the power.
And finally, how do you see this ending? We can assume Maduro is not going to relinquish his power without a serious fight.
Well, people in Venezuela, as I said before, 80% want a change, but they want a peaceful change. And maybe the pressure done by United States, some Latin American countries, and the European Union will finally convince or force him to really negotiate with the opposition and maybe go to a clear and clean elections where probably Maduro will lose it and we will have a pacific change without much trauma.
Okay, well, it was a pleasure speaking with you again, Fernando. You are living through an arduous but potentially momentous time in Venezuela's modern history. Please stay safe for us, and I'm sure we'll be speaking with you again soon. That was Fernando in Caracas. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.